holistic health and nutrition expert, vegetarian athlete, and Veggie Brothers founder, Michael Balducci.
Our next guest has chosen to live a vegan lifestyle. Michael Balducci is a holistic health counselor and the founder of Veggie Brothers, the first ever online vegetarian vegan restaurant, which is based in Bradley Beach. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
So, vegetarian, vegan, animals, what's the difference between all of this stuff?
A lot of people ask the difference. What's the difference between vegetarian and veganism? Vegetarian is, let me say, vegetarian is no meat, no pork, that chicken, fish, or anything like that, but they allow some dairy in their diet.
Okay.
Whereas a vegan does not have any animal or even insect products. They go as far as to not even eat honey because it's not completely plant-based.
Insect?
Well, you know, a bee is an insect.
Okay, but honey?
That's their choice.
So you are a vegan or you're a vegan?
I'm a vegan.
Why? What made you become a vegan?
It's a great question. As an Italian-American originally from Queens, New York, I was brought up on a meat-centered diet like most people.
An Italian that's a vegan. Okay, this is a first, but go ahead.
And so I love my meatballs and spaghetti and sausage and peppers and chicken parmesan, but unfortunately, as I came to learn, a meat-centered diet leads to health problems and illnesses and diseases, and I was no different. I was suffering from anxiety and depression. I was on very harmful, strict, very toxic medication to curb my panic attacks. I was having awful side effects, and one day I went in front of my doctor and I said, "Doc, I came here to get healthy, but I'm getting sicker, and can you please help me get off this medication because it's killing me?" And I did some research about it. It was awful. And
what did your doctor say to you when you said that?
Well,
did he throw you out of the office, or did he let you stay?
Folded his hands, did this, leaned back in his chair, said, "Well, that medication is the best that's out there for this condition, and I'm afraid you're going to have to be on it the rest of your life."
So what did you do?
I said, "Oh, I fired my doctor."
Okay.
I'd be happy to know. And I said, inside me something clicked, and I said, there's got to be another way. I was listening to a holistic health expert named Dr. Gary Null on the radio. He has, and I was living in Jersey City at the time. He was promoting some anti-aging nutrition classes in Manhattan, and I decided to change my diet, change my lifestyle, and start learning things that I wish I learned about when I was in school. I wish my doctor knew. And I had 3 results of this journey. Result 1, I got healthy. I got rid of my anxiety and depression. I got rid of my medication. I weaned myself off successfully in about the 9-month mark. I lost 25 pounds in 3 months, which I didn't expect. The second result was personal empowerment. When I was able to learn what I learned about health, nutrition, and realizing what I choose to put at the end of my fork makes a huge difference in my life and the world around me, it was just a great sense of empowerment that I decided to not end there. I wound up going to the Institute of Integrated Nutrition, where people like Dr. Andrew Weil and Dr. Deepak Chopra teach. And then the third result was the birth of VeggieBrothers.com, which is, as you mentioned, it's an online vegan restaurant. And why? Because I have to confess, coming from a meat-centered diet, and for most people, it's not going to be easy. And I started to yearn the foods I grew up with, and I have to admit, I confess, I caved in at the 3-month mark. And one night I was at Burger King at 2 in the morning, and I felt guilty. And I said, I never want to go through this because if I didn't continue on my program, I wouldn't be alive today. So I said, I never want.
Let me stop you right there. I agree with you that. And by the way, I am not saying no to what you're doing. I have to tell you that. I love what you're doing. I really do. But when people start going to fast food restaurants at 2 o'clock in the morning, they got a problem. That's number 1. I really believe, I eat very little, if any, beef. I eat very little chicken. I eat a lot of fish. And I know that there's controversies with fish. How do we bring that balance, though? Because you've got veganism, and then you've got people that go to all of these things. How do we bring a balance? Because it's not for everybody.
Well, the taste buds, according to certain doctors, require about 4 different exposures. So we say it's not for everybody, but it's just a matter of being patient enough to our palate to become acclimated. It's called acquiring a taste. When you're used to, fast food, very, very, almost addictive foods, your palate becomes, desensitized. So it takes a while to start tasting the real taste of fruits and vegetables in their natural state. And it takes a while to transition from a plant-based diet, from a meat-centered diet to a plant-based diet. And that's why I feel that the solution sometimes isn't going from, if you got a report card of nutrition from an F, you don't go right to an A. Take little steps at a time. Take baby steps. You know, substitute a meat that you would normally have with the meat substitute, like what you can get at VeggieBrothers.com. Something that looks like, smells like, tastes like, but doesn't have the...
We got to stop you. And I agree, people need to moderation, and I congratulate you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.